lovelies, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome if you are new. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Tara here at I Will Define Myself, and we are going to go ahead and dive into this reading. Today, it is going to be a pick a card reading, and I will leave the timestamps for each of the crystals below in the description box. So feel free to jump ahead if you'd like. We're going to go ahead and dive in. So this is going to be for pile number one. This is, I believe it's carnelian. Please do not come for me if I'm incorrect, but I believe this is carnelian. This is going to be pile number one. Then we have the beautiful moonstone owl here. Owl to find myself, okay? And then we have the green moon right here, okay, which I believe this is aventurine. I believe it is, but again, um, charge it to my head and not to my heart if I am incorrect, okay? So sit with this for a minute, decide what speaks to you, and I will see you at your timestamp. Set you guys right here. Okay, so this is going to be for pile number one. Pile number one. Okay, if you chose this crystal right here, this message is for you. Let's see what spiritual guidance is coming through for you. Pile number one. Okay, first we have a potential to come out. Okay, so a lot of potential in the air. Okay. You could be trying to, I'm going to set this crystal right here. You could be trying to, I get the feeling that something has been building in you, like within you, and very similar to this volcano. It's almost as if you were getting ready to erupt, right? And like go for like the big leagues or like the big time, but I'm hearing that it's time for this. Like it's time to stop wasting your potential. It's time to lean into your potential. It's time to put in the work to actualize your potential, okay? We have freedom coming out. Okay, it's time for you to soar. It's time for you to soar high within the sky, shining bright. I get the feeling though that you maybe have some doubts when it comes to what you are able to do. Um and I get the feeling that maybe what you're currently doing now, maybe you don't have a lot of freedom, maybe you don't have a lot of flexibility, but with you leaning into your potential, leaning into your power, you will ultimately attract that freedom. It will free you. Okay. And this might be different for different people, and look at that. You also have flexibility coming out, okay? Which I literally just said freedom and flexibility. And this isn't things, these aren't things that you can make up. Now, for you guys, it might be different, okay? Different strokes for different folks, but you may need to be flexible, okay? Some of you guys may want more flexibility, but some of you need to be a little bit more flexible. Like you're very rigid when it comes to yourself, when it comes to how you kind of view life, how you kind of move throughout life. And spirit is calling you to be more flexible, okay? So things may not necessarily go according to your plan and how you want them to, as it relates to, timing of things and whatnot. But it's important to sort of see life through more of like a multicolored lens as opposed to just black and white. Okay, you're being called in this moment to do that and to make that adjustment. Okay. When it comes to this freedom card, I get the feeling that for some of you it's wanting more freedom, and then for some of you I get the feeling that it could be wanting to be freed. Okay. And if it is freedom and flexibility that you desire, then the solution is simple. Whatever it is that where your power lies in your potential and you're being called to lean into that, but you haven't out of fear, out of, I mean, honestly, fear seems to be the bigger thing. Whether it is that you fear you're not good enough, or can you actually do it, or who are you to do it? Who are you to accomplish this? Maybe you're afraid of the hard work that comes with it. Maybe you are just sort of like, how long is this going to take, right? And you need a little bit of patience from spirit. So, but whatever it is, you have this power, this potential that's been like bubbling up inside of you. And spirit is calling you during this time to really lean into that. Okay. Let's see what let's see what spirit is saying for flexibility. Okay. So during this time, Spirit is cautioning you to be flexible in your life. Be willing to bend and yield. There are times to stand strong, but there are also times to go around a situation rather than face it head on. Okay, this card suggests being amenable to change. It is also a fantastic card for abundance and prosperity, and it suggests that if you are more flexible, prosperity can and will come your way in all areas. Okay, it's time for you to be flexible. Okay, let's see what's coming through for freedom for you guys. So, the freedom card symbolizes expressing yourself without hesitation. Break free, okay? Soar and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Be daring. Cast aside restrictions. Find your wings, okay? So, release yourself what from the binds that you have placed around yourself, okay? Even breaking free from maybe binds that other people have placed on you, but you are being called to approach life through a different lens, but do something different. Do something different so that you can see something different, okay? Let's see what else is coming out for you guys, pile number one. I like the energy that's coming through so far. It's very vibrant, energetic. We have healing coming through. Healing is also coming through for you guys. I get the feeling that whatever it is holding you back or what you have been hesitating on when it comes to your potential is directly tied to your healing. And healing is a journey, healing is a process, and healing is never ending for all of us, right? And it's important for us to remember that a lot of the times it is that healing and that self awareness that give us what we need, the perspective that we need to trust ourselves, to trust that no matter what comes our way, because we have tackled those things that have sort of constricted us over time, we know how to navigate those spaces when we are triggered by certain things for whatever reason. And so instead of hiding in our little cubby holes, right, we're able to better handle and we're better equipped to embrace those moments, feel, release, and move forward and navigate those spaces, our feelings and our emotions accordingly, coming from a place of love and not fear. Because fear is going to be that inner critic that tells you now is not the time, it's too late for you to do this, why can't it be you, and all of those things, okay, that are stacking the odds against you, right? Healing says, what odds? Healing says, yes, this may not be easy, yes, this may take work, but yes, this is possible. And you know why? Because this is what you were meant to do, this is what you were born to do. Okay, so I get the feeling that healing and really tackling the voice behind those inner critics, understanding where it stems from, what it comes from, and how to navigate those spaces accordingly, i.e., shadow work, is going to be critical and crucial for you when it comes to truly stepping into this freedom, okay? And looking at things through a new lens. Okay, we have contemplation coming through. Contemplation is also coming through. So I feel like whatever it is that you've been waiting on, you've experienced a back and forth. It could be over a number of years you've been dragging this out. Honestly, you could literally 1 minute be on a high and be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and for whatever reason, something holds you back. Something happens that holds you back, or you get to a certain point and it's just like, I don't know about this, right? Like, I don't know if this is what I'm meant to do. I don't know if I can do this. And spirit says that it's time to stop contemplating. Okay? Now is the time to do. Now is the time to act and to rest in that healing space where literally you are welcoming all of this light. You're welcoming all this opportunity, all of this new perspective, all of this abundance that is waiting to just shower you. Spirit, what other messages, guided messages do you have coming through for pile number 1? I just heard don't think too hard, because sometimes you can spend so much time thinking and in the planning stages that you never do. You have to be flexible with whatever it is that you're planning. You've got to be flexible. There's nothing wrong with having a plan, but you're meant to start. Like, you can't just sit there, right? You can't just sit there. We've got be spontaneous coming through. Be spontaneous, be flexible. Like, being spontaneous is directly tied to being flexible in the sense of don't be so rigid, okay? If you want to run like a triathlon, right? Like, if you want to do a 5K, like, there's no time like the present to get up and start, okay? Maybe that starts off with walking and jogging and seeing how long you can go up until you get to a certain point, but start somewhere, okay? Start somewhere. And I see the future coming through. I just heard you cannot predict the future, but what you can do is walk in good faith, understanding that whatever is meant to be for your highest good from the divine will be. You can set intention, but there's no way that you can predict the future of sorts. But strengthening your communication, strengthening your relationship with the divine, and being open to the signs and asking for discernment and wisdom as you navigate this space is going to be very critical for you to, one, approaching this from a space and place of optimism, but trusting the process as well. That spirit has your back at the end of the day. Okay? Let's see what other messages are coming out for you guys. Okay? Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number 1? Mm, let's see. Ooh, whoa, that was quite a bit. All right, let's see. Let's see what we've got, because I personally don't believe in mistakes with cards when they come out. Okay. So we have Queen Jezebel coming through, magnetic royal witch. Okay. Magnetic is the word that sticks out to me the most. Attraction. Okay. The law of attraction, right? Attracting the desires of your heart, not from a space of desperation, because desperation isn't going to get you anywhere at the end of the day. look into different aspects of attraction, okay, and how you draw things to yourself. You are a very magnetic being, and spirit wants you to know that. But there's something within you that is unhealed that is preventing you from walking in that power. But once you do, oh my. Okay? You have a Lilith coming through for you as well, dark divine mother of creation. Okay, you see the snake there. Snake symbolizes transformation as well. You have the owls here. Okay, intuitive. Okay, intuitive. Trust your intuition during this process and know that you are shedding layers of yourself in the process that are only going to propel you into this transformation that is ultimately going to prepare you to for freedom, to soar. Okay, we have Black Moon, Lilith, and Cancer coming through. Honor your emotions. Okay, honoring your emotions is a very, very important aspect of healing. Okay, like hand in hand. Healing is acknowledging and recognizing and accepting what things are, but giving giving yourself the space and creating the space for you to feel all of the feelings that you need to in the process. So lean into that energy during this time. You also have Black Moon, Lilith, and Pisces coming through. Honor your boundaries, and if you don't have any, Spirit says you better get some. Because I'm going to tell you this, when you get into that space where you are soaring, where you have broken free, you are going to have, you are going to attract, okay? Naturally, I hate to say this, but brokenness is attracted to the light, okay? Narcissists are attracted to the light, okay? Um, People who are natural pessimists are attracted to the light, right? But you have to be mindful of your energy, okay? And this is even applies to people that you genuinely love and care about, right? Because those are the most those are the people that are it's most difficult to maybe even have those boundaries at the end of the day. And then last but certainly not least, you have Mother Earth coming through. Mother Earth. I actually want to read the message from Mother Earth to you all. Let's see. Number 16. So the overall message is the natural world holds powerful magic. Ground yourself in her magnetic power and splendor. First and foremost, you literally you have you have Jezebel, you have Queen Jezebel coming through, okay? Magnetic royal witch. You are magnetic, okay? The magic within the universe is so infinite, you guys. It's so infinite. And Spirit wants you to tap into not only that, but tap into the magic that is within yourself, okay? Spirit, can you give us the overall energy for pile number 1, please? Just moving forward. Overall energy. Okay, we have 3 of Cups energy coming through. 3 of Cups. Whew, and we also have 10 of Cups energy coming through. Okay, so you've got water energy coming through. Your cup runneth over. Your cup is abundant. Okay, you are filling your cup. Okay, move forward. Continue to heal and grow as you are doing, because that is only going to help you break free from that inner critic, whatever has been holding you back. Okay, be flexible. Okay, bend. Trust the process, trust the divine, and trust yourself. Okay, that's all I have for you, lovelies, for pile number one. Thank you so much. Hopefully, you made it to the end. If it did resonate, please like this video. It definitely helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. There's more content where this came from. And I will see you in the next video. Until next time. Hello, lovelies. If you chose pile number two, this message is going to be for you. This is a moonstone crystal in the shape of an owl, I believe. Okay, we're gonna set this beauty right over here and go ahead and dive into your guided messages from spirit. Okay, so thank you to each and every single one of you that is tuned in. I hope that you find these messages resonate with you. Spirit, what divine messages do you have for pile number two? Oh, we have opportunity coming through. Opportunity. Opportunity. Is there an opportunity that you're missing out on? Are you the opportunity? Interesting. Opportunity can go a number of ways. You missing out on an opportunity? Are you missing 100% of the shots that you don't take? Maybe. Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number two? I get moon energy coming through. Not everything you need to rely heavily on your intuition with this opportunity, because I feel like some of you may be questioning one, like you've been presented with one, but you're having trouble discerning if it's something that you should actually go with or not. Which is why I feel that moon energy is coming through for you guys. I'm sure you have your reasons. But with anything, it's going to be important to really have discernment and lean on spirit when it comes to whether or not this is the right opportunity for you. Spirit, what other messages do you have coming through for pile number two? We have wonders coming through. Wonders. Interesting. I'm looking at like that color scheme in the background too. These are some beautiful blues, purples. It's giving very throat chakra, crown chakra energy. Wonders. I just heard like, oh, the places you'll go. And I say all that to say that sometimes the plans that we have for ourselves completely pale in comparison to what the divine has for us. So it's important for us, whenever we are exercising intuition, making sure that we are clearly able to differentiate between what we are feeling and where that feeling is stemming from. And if because of that feeling, we are maybe not leaning into something or considering something that we should. Okay. We also have relaxation coming through. I get the feeling that I just heard, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I get the feeling that this group may be a little fatigued, honestly. I think that you just want something to be easy, but it's not necessarily a black and white situation. And I think it's a little bit exhausting operating in the gray space. Um, and I get the feeling that you just want it to be like finished already. Like you just want it to be done, in place, like ready. But I feel like there is a struggle between the opportunity that's presenting itself and like what you want for yourself versus maybe the plan that spirit has for you, and whether or not you're open. So I feel like there may be like this push pull tug of war going on um with with yourself, like kind of like the back and forth. um you also have diligence is coming through. Let's see what um diligence pertains to. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you have coming through, there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is the time for deliberate organization. Clean house, clear clutter out of your life, be thoughtful about how you spend your time, and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you, okay? So, as it relates to this particular message and what's coming through, patience is going to be a virtue. Being calculated is going to be a virtue, right? But there is, just be mindful that there is a difference and kind of like a fine line between being patient for the outcome you desire versus being patient for like the outcome that spirit ultimately desires for you, or what is meant to truly be your desired outcome. And at what point do you lean into detaching from what you've decided something should be versus understanding, realizing, recognizing, and acknowledging that the wonder that spirit has for you is something else. And it may not necessarily be what you pictured for yourself, but fighting it, you know, where's the fight coming from is what I just heard. Where's the fight coming from? And and how, and be careful and calculated and diligent, okay, and persistent when it comes to um asking for guidance, asking for clarity, but truly understanding why you are struggling so much like with this opportunity. um this is very interesting reading, you guys. Let's see what else is coming through for you. Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number 2? Because look, they've got quite a bit of different energies coming through. Okay. So we have go with the flow. We have go with the flow coming through. Okay. So that directly also ties into this relaxation. Okay. So flowing into something, right? Like we're not here to control. Okay. You can only control yourself, but spirit wants you to go with the flow in this sense. Okay, so there's something that you are meant to be easing into, and it could be the flow of this opportunity and how it unfolds, the process of it, you flowing into it naturally, because ultimately you do have decisions to make, and these decisions are opportunities in different ways, right? There are pros and there are cons, but ultimately with this particular opportunity, um if you don't choose one path, of course you will be not choosing one path is choosing the other path, right? So how do you allow yourself to go through this process in an effortless way, trusting that your destination that is for your highest good and in alignment with the divine will ultimately you will ultimately be guided there as long as you're open to it. And then we have positivity. Okay. No matter what, just know. And spirit could be encouraging you to be positive when it comes to your outlook on all of this. It's not meant to be stressful. And I know that sounds crazy because it's like, but look, decisions, I've got decisions to make. But it's not meant to be a stressful process. Trust and believe it's something that's meant to be effortless in a sense. Like, I feel like you will fall right into it. Like, what will be for you will be for you. And it's like one of those things where whenever you decide, like it will happen effortlessly, like what you were meant to like flow into. So you don't necessarily like have to be in your head as long as you remain connected with spirit, asking for discernment and all of those great things, and just like leaning into the process of how it unfolds. Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number two? I feel like this is like a specific message for someone. Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number two? Oh, okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll roll with it. We've got conjunction coming through. We have conjunction coming through. Becoming whole again. Can you guys see that? Becoming whole again. Interesting, because it's like the juxtaposition of even just like both of both of the colors. Okay. Um, we have purify, cleanse, and release. Is that Sebation? I'm gonna go with Sebation. If I pronounce that wrong, you guys please forgive me. Purify, cleanse, and release. Okay, and then we have Adam coming through. We have Dark Divine Father of Creation. Some very, very powerful energy coming through. Okay, let's take a look further into this conjunction card though and see what divine message is coming through. It's time to embody your true self. You are empowering and accepting of others. It's interesting because, we know ourselves, right? Like we definitely know ourselves, but sometimes the gifts that we are blessed with, right? Sometimes how can I say this? Sometimes the gifts that we are blessed with, um you could be like naturally, like a naturally born leader, like naturally somebody people want to follow, naturally who's really good at motivating people and all that stuff, right? And you could literally have no desire at all to like sit in a position that way, even though you're so naturally like, oh, this is it. Like, this is where you should be. Like, this is where you ought to be. This is what you should be doing. And it's interesting because, like, at what point, or like, when do you tell yourself, like, this is like, I'm going to lean into this and this is what I'm going to do, versus, yes, I know I could do this, but I want to do it in this capacity. Like, this is what I want it to look like, even though the power of who you are could just be far greater than that. And it's like, where where do you go with that? Where where do you which way do you lean into, right? When it comes to this, because there is a lot of responsibility with truly living and embracing and embodying like who you naturally are as a person, right? Like, some people have to work at this stuff, and like, pile number 2, you got it. You may not necessarily want it, and I think that's part of what you're struggling with, but you got it. But that's okay, because you have decisions to make. You've got options. You've got options. Okay. But let's see what your final overall message is from Spirit. Sorry, pile number 2. I'm not, look, I know I didn't necessarily give you a solution, but hopefully it did help to provide a little bit of like understanding and clarity on things. Okay, we have 4 of Cups energy coming through. Like, you are in deep, deep thought. Okay, you are in deep thought. Like, you are over here just like trying to figure some stuff out, because you've got decisions, you've got opportunities at your feet. And I think you're really, really trying to decide what this is going to look like for you, right? Which isn't a bad thing. Just make sure that you have a clear understanding of like where this is coming. You see this purple here? Crown chakra. You need to connect with spirit, connect with the divine, and just make a sound, intentional decision. Okay, just really identify the place that you're coming from when you're making it, though. Okay, that is all I have for you, pile number 2. If you made it this far, please like the video. It is free and it helps with the algorithm so that I'm able to reach more people. Subscribe to the channel because there's more content where this came from, and comment. I would love to hear from you if there's any particular type of video you would like for me to do. I'm definitely here and open for suggestions. Okay. Until next time, lovelies, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Hello, 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 lovelies. If you chose pile number 3, these messages are gonna be for you. Pile number 3 is the green, I believe it's aventurine moon, half moon. Okay, I'm gonna sit this little guy over here. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and dive into the spiritual messages for you. Okay, pile number 3. So glad to have you here. Hopefully your day has been going well. Let's see what spiritual messages are coming through. All right. Pile number 3. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Ooh. We want to be intentional, okay, as we are navigating this, just like we want spirit to be intentional. So, look, we're not going to rush. We're not going to rush this. We're gonna let the cards come out when they are ready to. Okay. In the meantime, we are going to activate our intuition and trust the process. I feel like something is getting ready to break. Something is getting ready to break. Okay, we have miracles coming through. Miracles. Ooh, I'm loving how this is already starting. Okay, miracles, right? Now let's be mindful. Miracles don't have to be, like I don't know, like Moses parting the Red Sea or anything, right? Like you miracles happen every single day. Okay? Miracles happen every single day. And sometimes we have to, when we're operating in a place of gratitude, it's easy to appreciate the little things in life. Okay? We have solitude that is coming through. Maybe you guys need to spend some time alone, right? Like clearing out your energy, clearing out your space, not being around people, and truly being in solitude and silence to really process things. Um, Maybe there has been something you have been struggling with, but you've had so much noise around you. And it could be intentional that you've allowed noise to be around you consistently, right? Because you don't want to sit in solitude, but that solitude just might lead to the miracle that you need, or the miracle that you've been waiting on, right? There's only so long that we can run from things before we feel like things are literally like surrounding us, okay? Let's see. Spirit, are there any other messages that are coming through for pile number 3? There's a rainbow at the end of your tunnel. Some of you guys may equate the solitude to feeling alone. So some of you guys could be feeling very alone and kind of over your solitude, but struggling with how to get past this space. Um, it could very well be a space that you've grown accustomed to, but you're having difficulty navigating your way like out of the space. Okay? We have wonders coming through. Wonders is coming through for you guys. Wonders. I feel like miracles and wonders go hand in hand. Let's see what spirit has to say for wonders, okay? Which is a quartz crystal. Spirit wants you to know that just around the corner, exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life. Sometimes they won't be apparent at first, nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectations. Don't limit the way that you think that wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open if you believe anything and everything is possible. Again, as I stated before, directly tying to the miracles. I think you're having pile number 3. I think you've been on the struggle bus with believing. I think that you've been feeling a little bit lonely. I think that you've been feeling stagnant. I think that you have lost sight of what a miracle is, because just currently where you are, it doesn't really feel like life is going the way you thought it would or the way you expected it to, or it's not unfolding. Things aren't happening like you thought they would, like you wanted them to. And it's caused it's caused you to retreat, and you were kind of stuck in this space now where you really don't know how to get yourself out of this space. Um, I don't even know if you really have the confidence to do it, to feel like you can do it. You have some yellow energy coming through. Could be representation of your solar plexus chakra, and maybe you need to do something to assist with that, to just kind of boost your confidence and your vitality in that sense. But spirit wants you to know that like the world is still your oyster. Miracles still happen every single day, and a lot of the times the miracles start to happen when we change our perspectives, especially on what a miracle looks like. I'm hearing practice more like gratitude, seeing things out of like a non-conventional lens. Like I just heard, for every con, identify a pro as well, to create that balance. Um because I don't know if it is balanced at the moment. Okay. You have hope coming through. Spirit, again, spirit wants you to have hope. You have two rainbows now coming through. Two rainbows, pile number 3. So I know that it's been very lonely. Um I know that it's been difficult to really find this hope, but you can't make this stuff up. You have two rainbows coming through, okay? And hope leads to miracles, all right? Be intentional about changing your perspective, okay? Healing, healing. I get the feeling that you guys, during this space and during this time of solitude, I get the feeling that you chose to be here, and you chose to be here for a reason. But now that you are have kind of like just like been doing the work and like that kind of thing, I think that there is a part of you that is just like struggling with like bouncing back, right? Because look, healing is work, okay? Healing takes a lot of energy. Healing, you may feel all the things. You may cry a lot if you are a crier like me, because that's literally my go-to for everything. And I get the feeling that you chose to be in solitude for a reason, but in the midst of you healing, because I feel like it kind of drug up like feelings associated with certain things, that you're having trouble with not making like your like not making those parts of yourself, like not leading with those parts of yourself. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get the trying to get the words out, you guys. Pile number 3, help me out, help me out. We have love coming through. Okay, so very, very, very specific message. Okay, very specific message. You chose solitude, you chose to be alone so that you could heal, right? And in the process, you found self-love, you found self-care, and all of these things. But now you're sitting in this stage where, because you don't because you are kind of like operating in like this no nonsense way, but also because you don't physically see anything happening, it's been toying with your outlook, your hope, okay? Your belief that miracles are still possible, because they are. Um the wonders, right? Any and everything is possible, okay? And your solitude was necessary, right? But don't allow your solitude and what you learn to kind of don't allow that to make you feel like that's how you're meant to be, like long term, right? Like you took the time, it was necessary, you did the work, all of those things. You're probably still doing the work and you've made great strides. But because you haven't seen anything physically yet, Um, I think it's kind of I think it's triggering you. Like although you are even aware that you're being triggered, it's still a bit difficult to like navigate the space because it's like, well, excuse my language. It's like, well, damn, like I've done this work. Like I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So where is my miracle? Like where is my person? Where is my dream job? Where is this opportunity that's going to give me freedom and flexibility? Like where are all of the things, right? Like I took this time, I've been focusing on myself, I've been putting in this work. Where is it? Right? Like where is my rainbow? Where's my light at the end of the tunnel? Okay? And look, boo, you got, what is it? You got two rainbows. I'm going to count that as a third one. You got three rainbows. Okay. Continue to have hope. Continue to put one foot in front of the other and exercise patience, but also to exercise trust. Okay. With how intentional we are with our lives, as much as we'd like to think, spirit is even more intentional. The divine is more intentional. Okay, than we could have possibly ever imagined. All right. And we have to trust, we have to trust that. Okay. Look at this. Fermentation. You guys, you cannot make this up. Patience and maturity. Patience. Planting seeds and growth takes time. And sometimes some things just gotta sit. Okay. And let it ferment. Let it ferment. Patience. I was getting ready to say patience, young grasshopper, but seriously though, patience. Okay? You have Black Moon, Lilith, and Gemini coming through. Liberate your truth. Okay? Speak life into the dreams, the hopes, the desires, and the wonders that you have. Okay? You are meant for this. Okay? Your solitude will not be in vain. Okay, the work that you put in, your healing, will not be in vain. Okay, and spirit wants you to know that it will not be in vain. Let's see, spirit, what final messages or overall energy do you have for pile number 3? We've got strength, and we've got number 8, number of manifestation. You have strength coming through. Okay, you are strong. You are standing in that power now, and spirit wants you not to doubt that. Stand, be brave, be courageous, be bold, and be you. Stand in your truth. Have boundaries. Okay? Know what you want and trust that as you are moving, that you are also attracting at the same time. You may not be able to see it, but spirit is moving on your behalf. Okay? Just be patient, trust the process, trust yourself, and know that ultimately you got this. All right, pile number 3, that is all that I have for you. I hope this message resonated. If it did, please like. It helps with the algorithm. Comment, subscribe to the channel. There are more messages where this came from. I'm sending love and light and peace to each and every single one of you. I'm going to love you and leave you now. Until next time.